Okay, so let's go into the divisional round, the final 8. And let's start with Jacksonville or Kansas City. It's a 53 over and under. Kansas City's favored by 8.5. Ron, what's your prediction?
Listen, I want to go with an upset here. I really do like Jacksonville. I think they're clicking on all cylinders. If there's any team I feel confident in the AFC that can beat him, I'm more confident about Jacksonville being able to do that than I am about Buffalo being able to do that. Let's put it that way. But I just don't think Jacksonville will have enough in Kansas City, especially to beat arguably the best team in the AFC right now. So I got Kansas City winning 30-23, but I'm privately hoping that Jacksonville pulls off an upset because I'm still soured by that that play a couple weeks ago.
That ring around the rosy.
The ring around the rosy play. And the arrogance, from that I see coming out of Kansas City. To me, it's not a bad look. I don't like it at all. And so I'm hoping Jacksonville can pull an upset, but I see them falling short.
Listen, I turn off the TV for a reason. Jackson to start because Trevor Lawrence cannot do that playoff. You just never heard of that. 4 interceptions and you still win the game. Just never heard. And he's on the road in Kansas City where the fans are just crazy. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Kansas City Chiefs beat them 31-27. I think it's the same way as the game started with Chargers. Trevor Lawrence is in over his head. The only difference is that Kansas City actually knows what to do in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I do see Doug Peterson making some adjustments and them scoring, but I just don't have the same faith that you do with the ups. And I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan, but I'm with you. That ring around the rosy was just plain dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. If I was the Raiders, I would just write a letter to the commissioner. I know he wouldn't do anything, but just complaining like, can teams do that? Is that legal? I don't know. I just be mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The next game is the New York Giants at Philadelphia. Eagles are favored by 7.5 is a 48 over and under. Ron, what's your prediction?
Yeah, so 2 games in a row where it looks like I'm pushing the over-under. So I have 53, which is what the over-under was for the Kansas City-Jacksonville game. I was right at 53, and I'm right at 48 here. So I got Philly winning this 27-21. I have Philly still going to the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts, is going to get healthier and healthier as we get through the playoffs, and I think he's going to start to go back to his old self. And speaking about the Giants, they still are limited in some areas, right? Those receivers, I'm like, who the heck are these people? That he's throwing to. So I think that starts to catch up to New York. But they should still be proud of how far they've gotten. But I see this being the end of the road for the Giants.
I'm in the same wagon where I think the Daniel Jones just doesn't have enough weapons to beat the Eagles. And I see the Eagles blowing out the Giants 35-20. I think the Eagles have a point prove. I think Jalen Hurts has heard me personally. I think doubting him all the time that he's not a top 10 quarterback. So yeah, I see them winning 35-20. The next game, Ron, is Cincinnati at Buffalo. This is a rematch of an unfinished game. The over and under is 48 points. Buffalo is favored by 5. Ron, what's your prediction?
I got Buffalo winning this game 30-27. Again, I got Buffalo being in the Super Bowl. I am a little bit worried about this game because, Buffalo they play, a decent defense, a good defense. I don't want to say just decent, but they're not the Ravens up front. So I do think Burrow can single-handedly lead them to a victory here. So I'm a little worried. And then obviously the turnovers with Josh Allen over the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. That has to be fixed like this game, because if he has one turnover, they're going to lose in my eyes. So I still got Buffalo winning. I got 30-27 as the score.
Well, I think that this is where I was going back and forth whether Buffalo was going to win or whether Cincinnati's going to win. I went with Cincinnati 35-1. I just don't like the way Josh Allen's been playing. He's been very careless with the ball. I think that's going to catch up with him. But then I saw that Cincinnati is a man short. Offensive line that already has issues, right?
Mm-hmm. But they had issues last year all the way to the Super Bowl. So,
and the fact that Joe Burrow didn't have an awesome game. Baltimore does have a good, but I think this is my upset of the weekend. Mm-hmm. I think Cincinnati can pull this off. I know this is technically Buffalo's last home game, so they might pull up all the stops. Hamlin might show up. Who knows? I just know that it's going to be cold, maybe even snowy. Everything, all the elements are going to go against Cincinnati, but, they're a cold weather team as well, so it's not like this is on different. I just feel like they can pull this one off 35-30. I think I'm going to bet on Joe Cool to make it through.
Mm-hmm.
The last game of the divisional round. Dallas at San Francisco. This is the closest line. 3.5. 46.5 over and under. Ron, what's your prediction?
So I'm going under that over-under prediction, and I got Dallas winning 20-17. I think this is going back to what I was saying earlier about Brock Purdy. At this stage, you're going to see him regress a little bit and come back down to reality against a pretty good, Dallas defensive unit. That's going to put pressure on him. And they'll be able to make some plays too in the secondary. This is going to be a difficult game for the 49ers to be able to pull this one out, I think.
I think if Dak has shown us in a history before is that he doesn't have complete games back to back. And I think this is one of the games where he's not going to have a good game. I actually see San Francisco winning 24-17. I think the Niners defense shows up. I think Dak makes a couple of turnovers. And this is where, similar to last year, I think the Niners won last year as well. At home too, if I remember. I think that this is the Niners' victory. So the Sunday games are the two games that we don't agree.
Yeah, and listen, I think 49ers can win. I definitely think the Bengals could win, but despite Josh Allen not playing his best down the stretch, they got too much to play for. Not just the Super Bowl, but the whole Hamlin situation. They gotta lean on wherever they can to come together and play better. For especially Josh Allen, especially the defense too. They got to play better. They haven't played. To me, they haven't played like they're capable over the last 6 or 7 weeks. That defense. So, let's see if they can get things rolling. They need to.
So that's our prediction for the wild card. For the divisional round, Ron, anything else that you want to add for this? division.
No, let's hope the games. I mean, they should be just as interesting as week one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to enjoying another weekend of football. So let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And I want to see the Giants pull it off, but I just don't feel like this is the team that they want to pull that off again. So I'm rooting for the Big Blue. I'm rooting for the Big Blue, even though I picked against them.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? Other than that, you're going for Jacksonville. You think that they have an upset there?
No, I picked them to lose, but I'd like to see an upset.
Okay, so let's go. And that's the only Florida team that's left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Jacksonville. Let's go Giants. Even though we picked against them, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Peace out.
Peace.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions or comments, feel free to hit us up on shutyourmouthpodcast@gmail.com. That's shutympodcast@gmail.com. You can also hit us on Twitter or on Instagram @SYM Podcast. Thanks again.